Sure, we love our fur kids, but some treats aren't a treat at all. So today we are going to discuss 5 foods you should never feed your dog. Welcome back, guys. My name is Doc Resho, and every week he posts videos, cases, topics, and tips on how to better take care of your fur babies. And today, we are going to talk about the 5 foods you should never feed your dog. But before we proceed, please hit like, subscribe, and the bell button so that you get updated for whenever you post new videos in our YouTube channel. We are on Facebook, Doc Animal Wellness Center. And please look for us on Instagram, Doc Animal Wellness Center, and my personal Instagram, Resho. On with our topic. Having a dog is a pleasure beyond compare. They greet you when you get home. They're always happy to see you. They will cuddle you when you are sad. They are simply awesome. So as a gesture of love, many people think that they are expressing love back when they give their dogs special human food treats. After all, the way to a dog's heart is through its stomach. Oh wait, I think that's a man. Anyway, the point is that treats and certain foods aren't always good for our four-legged friends. Some can be downright dangerous. Part of the reason why this happens is that dogs metabolize foods differently than humans, and even other animals do. Their bodies break down the food at a different rate, and that's how some foods can become toxic to them, yet not affect us in the least. Here's a list of some of the foods that you should never feed to a dog. Number 1. Chocolate. This is a well-known but bears repeating as every year veterinarians face cases of dogs who have been poisoned by ingesting chocolate. Many dogs kasi are attracted to the smell of chocolate, making it significant threat for massive ingestion. Basta tandaan nyo, the darker and more bitter the chocolate, the more poisonous it is. Kasi itong chocolate, it contains a chemical compound that humans metabolize quickly, but dogs don't. It's called theobromine. It's a kind of methylxanthine, and it builds up to a toxic level in dogs and is similar to caffeine in terms of its effects. It can cause diarrhea, vomiting, cardiac issues, including irregular heartbeat, and even heart attack. It can lead to death. If you suspect that your dog has ingested chocolate by accident, get to a vet or vet emergency clinic right away. Number 2, corn on the cob. So, yung corn naman, wala naman tayong problema dito. It isn't much of the issue here. Although, too much of that can upset their digestive systems. Really, the issue is the cob. Yung busel sa Tagalog, no? If a dog ingests a cob, it will most likely block their small intestines and have to be removed surgically, as they are unlikely to pass it. Here in the Philippines, common din yung mangoes. Wala naman tayong issue sa mangga yung mango meat, but it's the pit, yung buto. Mango pits have bristle-like fibers around them that can easily attach on the intestinal wall and obstruct it. Surely, they will most likely be removed by surgery also. So we actually made a YouTube video about this. No? Yung hanapin nyo na lang, it's called Aso na Suka ng Suka. Ano ang gagawin? Ito yung link na to. Ito yan. Ayan. Tignan nyo yan. Ha? Number 3. Grapes and raisins. So while the ingredient in grapes and their dried counterparts that causes toxicity in dogs has yet to be identified, it is well documented that grapes in sufficient quantities can cause acute kidney failure. The quantity would obviously depend on the size of the dog, so it's best to keep your dog away from this fruit in particular. Number 4, onions and garlic, sibuyas at bawang. All types, including chives, contain a compound called N-propyl disulfide that can contribute to anemia and red blood cell damage in dogs, pati ang cats, by damaging the hemoglobin, the substance that carries oxygen to the cells. So avoid giving them human food that contain onion and garlic, including dried or powdered varieties. Number 5, xylitol. So ito yung this sugar substitute is found in many things including gum, candies, and is sometimes used in no sugar options of cakes and breads. This ingredient, even in a small quantity, can cause seizures, liver failure, hypoglycemia, and in sufficient quantities, death. This is definitely not something you want to mess with around your dogs. We also have foods that might upset a dog's digestion. Number 1, alcohol. So, ibig sabihin, this coming holidays, no drinks for doggo this Christmas and New Year, okay? Bones, specifically yung cooked ones, which can actually splinter and get caught in the dog's throat. Cat food. These formulations have different levels of protein and fat and would upset a dog's digestion. Buti na lang ayaw nung ibang dogs ng cat food, no? But may dogs that eat indiscriminately, so make sure that you don't feed them this. Milk and dairy products. Most dogs are lactose intolerant. So, like a human with the same problem, consuming dairy will make them at best flatulent and at worst give them diarrhea. Salt, needless to say, no? Lalo na kung if you have if your dogs have heart issues or weight problems, avoid this. Any spice that contain capsaicin, ano yan mga yan? Yung chili powder, paprika, for example. No? Dogs are best fed a natural raw food diet as directed by a veterinarian or commercially prepared food with natural ingredients. While we humans might think it is the height of loyalty and love to share some human food treats with our pets, you could be doing them a fair bit of harm and not know it. So, what do you feed your dog? Gusto ba nila yan? Or are they picky eaters? Share your answers on the comment section below and let's talk about it. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Doc Fred Stresho and see you again next week.